Tell people that they should like, comment, subscribe.
That's what I should have said
In
at the beginning. Welcome to the MainSplaining channel. Don't forget, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Welcome to MainSplaining. Yeah, welcome. I don't know. No, you see now when I start, it just, welcome to the channel. But first things first, you need to come and take a seat. Have you forgotten you the one to ask me questions? Have you forgotten, boy?
I ain't finna ask you no questions of any sort.
So, today I was thinking.
That's the problem, you think a lot.
Yeah, I was like, this 350.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it's going up to 600.
I heard that too. That's why I was like, what? I mean, why?
Yeah, why?
Why? You know, if desperation like had a face, it would be the ANC, you know.
It would. Yeah,
and
most definitely.
God, they're desperate.
Very desperate.
They're very desperate. But they're politicians anyway, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, instead of trying to curb unemployment,
Let's
make it worse.
let's make it worse.
You know what? We're gonna pay those that are unemployed for being unemployed.
That's what we'll do. I mean, if that's not a sign of a failed government, then I don't know.
I also don't know.
I also don't know what you really want to see. Like, how far are you willing to let them take it?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because they failed, man. Big time too. 350. Yeah. I remember the 350 when it first came.
Yeah.
And it came at a time because it was that COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it came and I was like, 350, but what? I mean, the strategy, man, I was like, oh, come on. Why? Why not give businesses? After all,
that's what the thing is. That's what everyone had been saying.
Yeah, like why don't you give the businesses that money?
Yeah.
You know, they didn't. They just want to give you that money. And business is shut down. It's funny how they spoke. You know, the thing is, businesses have closed down, so we need to give. Gosh, dude, give that money to the businesses.
I mean, for goodness sake, this is not a. These 350s were not a loan. But
yeah,
when it comes to a business, you want a loan.
You want a loan. It's weird.
You don't want to give them. I mean, you give them just enough so that they float. Yeah. And from there on, they will you know, I don't know, grow from there.
Yeah, from there.
But you don't.
And you know, most it's whether small businesses or what do they call it? I think it's 3, right? Small. Is it medium? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's the correct term. Then there's big.
Yeah.
But you can see the big is still here.
Yeah.
The big is still here.
Yeah. In fact, during COVID, the big businesses made profits.
They grew bigger.
They got bigger. Again, COVID did not work for the majority.
Yeah, the majority. And what did the government do? What did it do? It can't even create its own system.
The thing is, it's not like these businesses are going to, at the end of the day, hire large amounts of people.
They can't anymore anyway.
I mean, what is this obsession with? I think when it comes to Africa, and I think Africans, we're obsessed with businesses or institutions that are already established. We fail to establish our own. It's a big issue.
It is.
It's a very big issue.
And mostly we're sleeping on the ones that are small. Right?
Yeah, I heard.
Always.
I heard that. It's a group of white people that came together they put their monies together to fund the establishment of a college.
Yeah.
And they did that, and all of a sudden black people came and started complaining about it being predominantly white, you know. And it's like, yeah, but we have black people who have money. Why don't they?
Why don't they?
You know.
It was like that. I remember that Rupert interview. they had.
Yeah, I remember that.
I heard people are like, yeah. In fact, they're like, hey, you are so lenient on that guy. Who was that guy interviewing? I don't know that guy. He looks like a popular guy because people know that guy.
Yeah, he's the I would say the president, the chair or the CEO of is it Power 107 something? No, you don't want to get it wrong. Yeah, it's a popular radio
Either
station.
guy, they know that guy. Made me question myself, where the heck have I been? But
Yeah,
that's not the point.
yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, you are so lenient on him. I mean, you could have went hard, asking. I was like, I'm listening to the questions these guys are asking,
yeah.
as though this guy is the government.
You know,
I'm like, this guy doesn't have to do none of those things.
he doesn't owe.
He doesn't owe you anything, in fact.
Yeah.
And all those questions, you should have took that energy, should have, and then take it to the government and ask them why aren't they doing 1, 2, 3? I was this other guy, man, and he says he's a businessman also.
Yeah.
I don't know. He talked about saying that Rupert is arrogant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I mean, the guy hardly ever comes out. I'm always surprised how people speak about people they don't know much about.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is hardly ever around. You never see him. I think that was one of the first times you actually saw the guy.
Yeah.
For him to say that, just maybe he knows him, but I don't know. But it's like,
that was the first time I'd never.
Yeah, but
seen
I'm like, why?
I didn't know Rupert until that interview. I'd never seen him.
But it's funny. He said he's arrogant. I think it also crossed my mind. I was like, do you even? But you don't know the guy.
Yeah.
This is the first time this guy appears. You're saying that. I'm like, but you don't know the guy,
Yeah.
But again, I digress.
Yeah.
What I was saying is, he said that what did he say? He said that
he's arrogant.
After accusing him of arrogance, he said that he should help out more, right? He should help out more black people along those lines, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I wanted to ask the guy who was asking the question,
Yeah.
what business is he in? How much money is he making? How well off is he? Right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, if I came to you and I wanted to open a small spaza,
Would you fund
would
me?
you fund me? Not Rupert, you. If I just needed 10,000 just for tax shop, it's enough, right? I can get
Even
the right
then,
stock.
how much have you done personal on a personal level? How much have you given back? It's like black people, and we sort of give them props for establishing businesses,
Yeah.
and when it comes to white people, we sort of expect them to give back.
It's a must.
Black people shouldn't. They've done more than enough by establishing businesses.
And
Sorry. Yeah.
And if you're looking at it, right, as I said, like, what has he done, right? Like, that's what I wanted to ask him. And I wanted to ask, on top of that, is if Rupert has billions of rands, right?
Yeah.
I fully agree that he should do more.
100%.
That's a lot of money.
That's
he
a
should
lot of
do
money.
more. Way more, in fact, if I should be honest. But
Okay.
I'm going back to him. How much do you have? And how much is too much?
Yeah.
Because maybe if you think you've done enough, maybe you should also do more, right?
But then at what point do we say you've done enough?
Exactly. If you feel like he should do more, you should also do more. You're a business. You just said to yourself, you're a businessman. You're right. Man, we black people have a problem. We have a problem where, when success, it doesn't matter the scale. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the scale. For someone, what success is, right? It feels like he's successful.
Yeah.
They don't, giving back is not their thing. It's a rare
No.
thing,
No. you go back to the hood.
Yeah.
You know, you sort of, you go back and you chill with people you grew up with. You know,
Yeah.
never handing them opportunities. You know, you get yourself an ice boy.
Yeah.
You know,
They gotta have a nice boy.
yeah, they gotta have a
They
nice
gotta
boy.
have a nice boy.
Yeah, so you get yourself a nice boy. Never giving back. Never like it, the best they do is giving someone $100. Yeah, that guy gave me $100. You know,
And you know he gives you that $100 because you know what you'll do with that $100
yeah,
at that moment.
yeah,
Buy more beer
for you.
for you.
He already has alcohol. You're just gonna buy
It's
more.
not like you're gonna take it and do something productive with that 100. Right?
Yeah,
Because at that moment, because it counts when you give someone money and where.
yeah,
Right, that it counts. Like if you are here and I can, oh, this guy, there's no food, it makes a difference for me to take out 1,000 rand and be like, there you go.
buy yourself something to eat.
You're in a different situation, a different time, right? At that point, you really need the food. So you go out, you go buy food. Right now, you're drinking, man, like you're having fun, and then I take out 200. You just want to spend it again over there,
Man,
right? It's
at
useless.
this point, I'm not hungry.
You're not hungry at this
The last
point.
thing on my mind is food. You know, the last thing on my mind is the rent that has to be paid. You know,
In fact, at that moment, you're convincing yourself 200 won't pay the rent, which is correct.
yes,
But that's what you're telling yourself.
yes,
200 won't pay. Let me just drink it.
yeah,
So it's not giving you, you know, to build you,
yeah,
right? Love the attention. Love the attention.
yeah,
I cannot afford to lose the attention. It's boosting my ego. It's boosting my ego. Man, you got people working. They make decent amount of money, come back to the hood. And as you said, they do the very same thing. Because out there, there's competition. People do not like.
yeah. The thing is, it's about scale, right? The more money you have, you are able to give more.
Yeah.
You know, and so the lesser, or should I don't know if it's the right term to say, but the less money you have, the less you are able to give.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's not about whether so and so has more money, so they should give and I should enjoy my money. It's about I have an X amount of money, and a month there's about an X amount of money that goes to miscellaneous things, or even to an extent, like even when I'm done paying miscellaneous things, I have this money that is just laying around. You know, why can't you help with that money? You know, why can't you go out and do something with that money? You know?
And no one should do it for you. You know, we're right here, Salvokop. We get money, lots of it too,
And we get down.
and then we probably out.
We get down. Zagazega would say,
Yeah.
we get down. I get money, I get down. Yeah.
But yeah, and then I mean, it's not like when you leave suddenly everybody leaves. When you come back, there'll still be people that you know, people that you still interact
Yeah.
with. Those are the people that you uplift, and that will also uplift
Others.
the community, because you trust that if I might open this organization or this NPO, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
and then with this person in this position,
Yeah.
you will do this kind of work. You don't have to, like, it doesn't have to be you every time, right? You do it, and then it's a risk. Everything is a risk. You're like, yeah, last time I knew, all you have to do is just keep monitoring from time to time, right? Time to time. And as you said, imagine I do that, you do that, other people do that in their neighborhoods and so forth. We wouldn't be where we are.
No, we would
We
not.
wouldn't be.
I think the thing with black people is that we're too self-centered. We are too into ourselves.
And we seek, it's just validation.
We seek validation from people we look down upon.
Yeah, seek that validation. We love that praise. We just love it.
Yeah. I don't,
So that 350, what is it gonna do?
what is it gonna do? It's gonna
So you
buy drugs.
Dude, like the
Gonna
check
buy.
the
I saw this
prices.
video. I saw this video of these two boys. I don't remember where I saw the video. They both get their 350 and they spend it on nyaupe and they smoke nyaupe with that 350.
Because money is just supposed to fix everything.
Yes, it is.
That's
It is. Money fixes everything. As long as there's money, it's gonna fix something.
Because it's not that complicated, right?
No,
the problem is money.
There's not enough money.
Yeah. It's not the mindset. It's not how your
No,
people
not
think.
at
No,
all.
the problem is money. That's
the lack. We don't have money. We need to get,
it's just like the police service. As I said before.
Yeah.
People are like, they're not paid enough. I'm like, bruh, let me tell you something.
People are paid more than enough.
You can give those people each 50,000 and they'll still do what they do. They won't change. Why? Because there's still extra money to be made. The point is extra money to be made.
There's no
it's
enough.
It's not about you paying them less or more. These guys are on the streets. They know the criminals. They understand. It doesn't matter. Give me, because if you give me 15,000 and I'm looking at it, 15, good. It means I can make 5,000 every week. With this, on the streets, I make 5,000 every week. Damn. Now where was I?
Where were you? Deutschland. Deutschland.
Deutschland. What the heck is that?
It's Germany. Yeah.
Because it was important. Where was I?
So okay, so let's talk solutions. Let's talk solutions. Let's talk man, I think more than there are solutions, it's a matter of taking charge, standing up, stepping up.
But we are talking solutions. If you
Yeah, we are.
We are talking solutions.
Yeah.
Was beginning with the problem,
Going to the
talking
solution.
solutions. As I said about the Rupert situation, they have money, but there's still millionaires out here that can do something.
Yeah.
Right. Like
the question also is in terms of giving.
Yeah.
When you talk about giving, let's talk giving for a second, right? Go back to that point of giving. Right? To whom are you giving to?
Yeah.
Right? And if you're giving, how are you giving? Right? Are you giving on a personal basis where you're going to go door to door? Are you giving via an organization? Because they're already giving to the government. I tell you, the government is not doing enough with their money. Right? It's not doing enough. Right? So you're definitely not going to give to them. You give. Elon Musk said the thing is you give to these organizations, right? And then the next thing, there's all these people that have to first get paid, Before that, there weren't any people in the business. There weren't like in the organization. There weren't a lot of people. And then all of a sudden, you give money to these organizations, and then
suddenly
there's all of these departments and these people that have to get paid and procedures and protocols, And it's like, before the money, where were those procedures? Where was the protocols, right?
It's what they said about also, I think the colleges, also in the US, what did they say? Someone broke it down. I don't recall, the details, but it was like, you give $1 million to a college, and that $1 million afterwards, there'll probably be 10,000 left.
Yeah.
Because there are people out of nowhere
that
just have to get paid. Right? It's like they're saying, okay, we need, what is this?
Textbooks.
Yeah, we need textbooks. No, we need, students can't pay. That's what they keep saying, that, right? That's the front.
Yeah.
Students can't pay.
Yeah.
Then you give them that 1 million. You have a couple of people give 1 million. And at the end of the year, you're like, but guys, come on. You know, this thing was supposed to pay for X amount of people. And then this is the X amount of people. An example, maybe, come on, guys, you're supposed to get 100 people in. You guys only got 10.
Yeah.
What happened to the 90, right? Oh, well, you see, textbooks, you know, so forth. And then, you know, now suddenly the list that you are not told about. Yeah.
It's the T's and C's.
Yeah. It's always best. That's why if you want to give, just give an individual. I keep saying, you know what, just give an individual.
You know what I think?
Right?
I think
Create what is this? Because now how I want to do this, I want to collaborate with a bank. Right? A bank and the school, whatever, the college or whatever it may be. Right? So also the student doesn't waste that money. I'll never give it directly to the student.
To the student.
Right? This is a deal. Right? You will pay for this X amount of students, right?
The bank will do that.
The bank will do that because the bank will do that, right? Doesn't matter, whatever they charge, right? But you know that with this amount and everything's on pay, it's fixed, done. They'll just do that. They'll do that. And then obviously there's, what is this word I'm looking for? What do they call it? Categories or so, or whatever. It's not categories, man. What is it? But for lack of a better term, that if X amount and X amount is not done, and X amount and X amount is not done, then your funding is cut. X amount and X amount and X amount is not done, right? Then But instead of just giving it to the school, those people won't do that. That money is gone. You just get that teacher driving a brand new Benz or BM or Audi or Lexus or whatever it may be. Like, oh, and where the heck did that money come from? But when you go inside the school, no renovations, nothing.
So for me, here's the thing. Here are my thoughts, right?
Yeah.
There's an issue, one, with the government. So as soon as the government sees large sums of money, it wants to be a part of that project.
Yeah.
Right. So if they see maybe a let's just say a Patrice Motsepe wanting to buy a stadium, right?
Yeah.
Heck no, man. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give you a stadium, right? I'm not gonna give you land so you can build a stadium. Patrice Motsepe had to go to white people to buy shares for a stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the black government couldn't give him land.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give him land, in fact.
What were their reasons?
I don't know, but you know. So the thing and the issue here, or was it the solution?
Yeah.
Right, is that you would get your own land. Let's say people want housing, like nice, not even affordable housing, but they want houses, right? And you want to give back. You want to give back lots of money, right? You hire a private contractor, right? After you do that, you buy land, or you buy land and then hire a private contractor, right? And then build from there.
Okay.
And then you can give people houses. An RDP house costs, I think last time I checked, was less than 100,000 for an RDP. Right. But then you have to take into account, drainages and the roads and all of that. So, but still, regardless, I think the government is still unwilling. There are people who have been in line for RDPs from 1994.
Sure.
Still haven't received. I know a friend of mine, we used to play football together, and he got an RDP. I don't know if it was his parents' RDP, but he lived in an RDP in Mamelodi, owned it under his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine young at that age?
Yeah. Man. We can even do it for less.
Do you think we can do it for less?
Yeah, for sure. There's not much left to talk about
Yeah.
for today.
Yeah.
So, first the 350, then nobody seems to be. But I think I like it now because it seems as though, yeah, people are started paying attention to failures of the government. I mean, at first, back then, I don't know what was going on. They had so, I don't know, man. There's so much, I don't know, confidence, government, I don't know, but they just put that blame on that guy, whoever he is.
It's a failing state.
The problem is people don't understand the scale, right?
Yeah.
The scale of disaster that could happen if these billionaires just left. You know, they're just talking. Let them leave, and dude,
They're living
things.
with their businesses,
Things
and those businesses are holding South Africa.
Things are not as simple as you make them out to be. People are not as simple. Remember when we were having that conversation? Basically, we tend to have these conversations with a couple of people because they're like, no, we don't need white people. They can go. We don't need them. We can run these mines. And they're like, dude, you can't, man.
You can't.
You can't. You don't have that experience. Literally, all you guys do is actually just dig up the minerals. You can't even, it's a wreck where you purify them. You don't even purify them. You have to actually ship them out.
So that they're purified.
So that they're purified and turned into, these watches or these, or whatever it may be.
Then they're brought back here so you can buy them.
Yeah, way more expensive. And tell me if a government that's in power is actually watching that happen.
Yeah.
For more than a decade. More than a decade, watching that happen, and it never tried to change that. It never tried. Like, I get it. Like, when it comes to the Mandela situation, like, I get where he was coming from. Not entirely, but I get where he was coming from. And the people can hate it or love it, but they should thank that man.
Yeah, the dog's on top.
They should thank that man.
I mean, they
but
should.
Then, why I say that is because when it comes to him,
yeah,
he was like stages. Like, we grow through stages. When I'm looking at the new South Africa, we're supposed to grow through stages. That's how I saw it, right? Okay, Mandela he's the liberator, the freer.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, amongst a lot of people, right?
And then you need to usher in people that are going to.
Yeah. Okay. After that, there are stages. Okay, now we're done. Okay. How do we liberate our people? Mentally. I don't feel the economy should have been rushed that as quick as but mentally, like, how do you make these people change the way they think, right?
Yeah.
How do you change the way they think? Stages. Okay, economy-wise, let's do it. Let's put them in there, right? Put them in there. A decade. Okay, now we're starting to have people. We're really starting to have black people that are well experienced in these positions, right? We're moving, right? We're moving. And then another decade, man, I'm telling you, would have been in a different place. Totally different place.
I think employment or unemployment would be
totally different place. But you don't keep them out and then suddenly call your people
who don't know what they're doing,
by
the way.
What the heck they're doing. Because why? Because you know them personally. Look where that got us. Yep. But I guess this is where we'll wrap it.
Yeah.
That's where we'll wrap it and we'll pick it up.
So, I can actually walk. I can walk around.
We all can walk. Yeah, man. So any last thoughts or something?
Man, any last thoughts? Let me think about it. Something had come to mind, but it seems to have been lost. But yeah, in Germany there's a 51. It's like a 51% rule, and that's German football,
Yeah.
right? So in German football, no outsider can come in and own more than 49% of a team. Right? German football is not fueled by money. It is more pleasing towards its supporters. That's why you find the attendance in Germany is among the highest in the world.
Is it? Huh.
Because the fans have a say, the supporters have a say.
It's so weird for me that that someone like I stay in this yard and
Yeah.
I can't say anything about someone outside. It's just so interesting.
Yeah.
How we got, I don't know how we got here.
Yeah.
And that's the problem again, particularly with not just South Africa. I want to, just South Africa. I don't know. It always has this problem of just copying, these countries without thinking.
I want to say,
thinking
not
anything
just
through.
Not just. It isn't like. It's copying the US in particular.
Yeah, in particular, just without even thinking
the
about
US
it.
in particular.
It just does it.
And again, we've said it before. There's the issue of a third world country. There's the issue of a third world country looking or mimicking the workings of a first world country. Right? And it isn't that we are taking the good things that we know will work, or we don't look at how they got to where they are. Is my point. We sort of want the end result of how they got to where they are.
Yeah.
Right? We want the end result of where they are now, where they are. That's what we want. It isn't okay. How can we best get to where they are? Wait, how did they get to where they are? Again, there's the whole Ramaphosa issue of wanting to give students tablets. Remember that a couple of years ago, right? And it's like, dude, some learners are going to schools where there are no roofs, no doors, there are no tables, no chairs, there's no chalkboard, there's no nothing.
Some of them are outside.
Under a tree, for goodness sake. And the first thing that you think about is, I want to get them tablets. You know what? I want to get them tablets. That's what we need right now, is getting them tablets so that we can, But that's not where we are as a nation, As a nation, what we need to do is start over. Stop looking at the end result. Stop looking at where other or first world nations are. Let's look at how they got to where they are. How did Germany fall the way that they did and then get back to be the powerhouse that they are, And in case people didn't know, if I'm not mistaken, Germany is the most powerful nation in Europe.
Yeah, I think last time I checked.
Yeah.
Financially.
The most powerful nation in Europe. But how did they get there? You look at China. China was down and out. You couldn't count them. Japan was flourishing. But then how did they get to where they are? And the problem with us Africans is that we are up for sale. Everything is up for sale. You could literally buy anything if you can. You could get anything if you can buy the leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I can say from those nations, what you can learn, particularly, just one, is that they put their people first.
It's the people
first
first.
and foremost.
Yeah.
They put their people first.
Yeah.
That's something you can learn from.
Unless they are driving an agenda, but yes.
Yeah. But when it came to they put their people first. When programs or whatever they did, they followed up on them, made sure that our people are there. Right?
And again, the thing is, you made it a point. You made a point, and I sort of want to take that programs out of it. They established systems. Systems are the ones that change a nation. Programs don't change a nation.
Yeah.
If I came and I gave you food today, what changed? But if I came and I taught you how to plant,
that's a different story.
It's a different story, right? So that's how it is, and that's how we look at it, right? But not our leaders. Our leaders are freedom fighters. For the most part, all they know is struggling and struggling.
That's all they know.
That's all they know. And
what just happened now is really interesting. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Actually, you do. They don't. But
yeah. They won't see it.
Yeah, they won't see it.
Yeah. So we don't have people who have ideas on how we can get out of this situation, right? For example, there are taverns all over town. In fact, all over the country, there are taverns. If it's not a tavern, it's a bottle store. If it's not
Capital
that, it's
city.
a club.
Keep in mind, this is a capital
This is the
city.
capital city.
Before you continue what you're saying, it's a capital city.
Yeah, right. You find a bottle store next to a res. You find it's like okay. Let me put it like this. On the left is the bottle store.
Yeah.
In the middle is the res, right? And then on the right is the club. So as soon as learners get out, what are they faced with?
Temptation.
Temptation.
Too much.
Right. And so how can I put this? This is now for town planning. Right?
Yeah.
This is now for town planning. Right? If you say we're going to have these shabins all over, right? It also goes back to education, the type of education you give people. What you expose people to is what you want your nation to be. So if you expose them to alcohol, they're going to be alcoholics, right? And if you expose them to churches, right, they're going to be a God-fearing nation, right? But not even in that sense. But a lot is happening today. Jesus, everything just seems to be a way to make money.
Yeah.
Everything is just it's a way to make money. Let's look for some sort of way that we can make money, get rich quick schemes,
And that's where we are.
Yeah. So having shabins all over town and having these bottle stores all over town, next to government institutions.
Yeah, next to them.
Opposite government institutions,
I wonder if does that happen around the world, or is it just us?
You go
But that
I've
says
never,
a lot.
Yeah, I saw a video about Washington, D.C. And in the video, because it's the capital,
Yeah.
so right where the capital is, there aren't stores. There's a central business district.
Yeah.
But it's a district for government institutions.
Okay.
There are no stores there. You have to drive out of the district so you can buy,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which means that there's nothing that you can do there except work. And so your lunch isn't there. You go and have lunch somewhere else.
Yeah.
Even with food, there's that attention to detail with food, But here we're in the capital and...
Look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we'll finish up next time.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But yeah,
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
Yeah.